So, how long have you guys been in Zenith?
I think like a day.
A day, yeah.
We haven't slept yet.
So it'll be the 31st? Or is it the 30th?
Still the 31st. 30th.
Okay.
I think we were just getting ready to project sneak in and take some good information from General Lee.
We were actually going to do that?
Yeah. No one else said anything.
I mean, it is kind of your only plan at the moment.
Unless you got a better decision. But I think we're a bit stuck right now.
What exactly are you trying to say?
We're getting into the evening, correct? Sorry to be asking questions.
Yeah, no, it's like
it's been a week, so.
That's like pretty much the evening.
Okay.
Alright, but what exactly are we hoping to get?
Maybe like a journal or something.
About?
I don't know. I mean, like any journals probably has information in it.
Like, are we looking for leads to follow?
Yeah.
We have a whole, well actually, I have a whole list. Like, we can go look at the transmutation incidents that are going in Adibo Mine,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Pyrrhic Forest, or Cane.
I mean, we can check those out, but it sounds like it's already been cleared up, you know?
Yes, well, then we could go to the Smooth Marble Tower, we could go to the Bone Cemetery, the massive arena.
I like the idea of the Bone Cemetery. Can we go there?
The Shimmering River, the giant inverted mountain.
Well, the
I forgot all about all this, and it was only, what,
mountain?
3 hours ago?
That's fine.
The giant inverted mountain sounds like a byproduct of whatever Astarak was trying to do. You know, he had like the
Okay.
upside down.
Word to God, real quick. He's not the only wizard, so that's not necessarily guaranteed, but it's a good thought. I'm not like I won't confirm or deny it, but I just also want you to keep in mind that like all these like weird magical things going on, like are all of like a similar magnitude. You can't necessarily put into one person with your current knowledge.
Oh yeah, we can.
Fair. Okay. It's done.
Thank you for your input, Nolan. But
I do
mean-
kind of like that bone cemetery idea, but that's just me.
Yeah,
You would.
It's just you.
I would!
How
It's
far
just
away from
you.
Zenith is the Bone Cemetery in terms of like travel time?
You do not. How do you know? No, it's a picture of it.
No, you said that I was able to mark it on my map.
Oh, yes.
I was able
Oh,
to
you
mark
fool.
every single one of those on my map.
You guess probably a couple weeks travel.
Okay, this is what I say.
Everything that you're seeing is pretty far away.
I say that we do a little, job tonight, then we bust it out of town and just try and hit up a few of those as we're like run through the wilderness.
That's fair, they might be in kind of the same place
Maybe-
if not the one.
We could come back here and maybe report some things to the.
Oh yeah, maybe we could try to get
We could try and give them
get
some
a
false.
job here or something.
I wasn't saying give them false information.
Well, not a job, I mean just be like,
Join the
"Wait."
K-Man.
Yeah, we can just be like, we'll be definitely happy to work for you, we can go check stuff out,
Alright.
and then we do that and don't tell them what we find.
I guess like if we don't get caught tonight, right?
What if we don't do it tonight?
No, I feel like we should do it tonight.
I've got invisibility, I think we should be fine.
You've had invisibility? Oh yeah.
Yes, I've had that, we talked about that last time.
I am not being turned invisible.
Not you!
Okay,
I
good.
was thinking Penelope.
Bad.
She weighs like 30 ounces and still somehow manages to act like a bull in the china shop.
That's fair.
What's this universe's version of China, as in like the porcelain?
Oh, good question. It's called Bumpkin.
Like a bull in a bumpkin shop. That actually works really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a bull in a bumpkin shop.
Yeah. Penelope has a tendency to make a lot of noise.
I'm right here, you people. Don't you
She
think?
said, making a lot of noise. She said loudly and clumsily.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here, and I'm gonna drop a bunch of books and go, oh darn it.
Okay, listen, I guess for, nope, that's not the character. I guess for China, you can literally just call it, like,
Bumpkin.
No,
It's called bumpkin.
It's
Alright.
Bumpkin.
It's called bumpkin.
It's Bumpkin.
Bumpkin.
alright.
And
Yeah,
Shivani
What
is
is
the
this China you talk about? What's China?
He wasn't in his Jared
No.
voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then.
He needs to be in his Jared voice for it to work.
Helga says out loud to the void.
Yeah, wait. Shivani's language, then what's the country called?
Bumpkin.
Bumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
Banjo.
Yeah, Bumpkin.
Bulbous.
Yeah, because, like,
Bingham.
you know, it's Chinese and the country's name is China, so that's Shivani,
Oh.
then what's...
Boink.
No, Norman's proficient in Shihani. That means anytime Norman speaks in Shihani, I can say Chinese things.
That's the thing, I speak it as well, so you can't.
Got him.
I can.
Like,
Nothing's-
be able to understand
Nothing's
you,
stopping me. How does that stop me from saying it?
Expreka getch? Yeah? No?
No.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Shihani, the associated nation is Shihan. Like,
That's what I thought. I just
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
Mhm.
It would be real funny if Shihani's country was just bumpkin.
Yeah, that's the thing. I would have to live with that.
I'm gonna say that we
Shihani,
don't.
well, I mean, that's the associated, like, nation, but it's spoken across most of the Sichuan continent.
I'm gonna say that like we don't actually have to steal something. Like we could just like copy down information.
I say we just don't do it at all.
Yeah,
There's like
but we already have our kind of leads. That's
There-
like it.
yeah.
You have the leads that they had out in the open on a bulletin board.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
these are just like public things. Like obviously they want to keep like the better things to themselves.
But
Since
would the general have
I feel like yes, since he's kind of leading this whole thing.
that? But wouldn't the researchers have to maybe?
Well, wouldn't the researchers report up to the general?
I would believe.
Okay, from like what you've experienced, everyone reports to general.
Oh, what's this
The
stuff?
military and Arcana division.
Certainly not me.
Within the military Arcana division, like there's not a strong line between the two.
I am light like a deer.
Does
Yes.
Anonymous have a?
It's just
an
my turn.
NRAD?
This would be much easier.
I am not being turned
It has
invisible.
military that probably covers it. You don't have
Because
to
it's
specific
weird.
task
It's
force.
gross. You know, I don't.
All right, yeah, but it's not like you're not going to be there.
There's a saying back in Getchland. Haters will see you turn invisible and be like, this man cannot reflect light. I'm not about to turn invisible.
Haters will see you use mind control and be like, I do not hate him anymore.
Haters will see you teleport and be like, that man can't afford a cart. Can't ride a horse.
With my nomadic mind discipline, I could gain proficiency in stealth.
You know what now?
My nomadic
Okay,
mind
no.
discipline.
I'm gonna veto right here. You have to say that as if you were in character, not with my nomadic mind. I could gain proficiency in stealth. Like, you have to say it like a person.
I can make myself more proficient or skilled at being stealthy.
Proficient's an awful weird word to use, pal, but
Not
I
really.
would disagree. That is like perfect placement. It's almost like a team of writers decided that that was the one vocabulary word that they wanted to use. for this.
I see, I see. Alright.
And it's in the P section of the dictionary I read at the library.
Right. Okay, so then I turn you invisible.
I am so confused by your entire life. let's just
It's
go
been
though.
3 months. She's fine, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I spent a decent time at the library. You know, a really long time.
3 months, some might
I-
say. Oh, no.
Oh, so when Helga does it, she's bullying people. Wow.
We are nerds. You are bullied.
Yeah,
And,
Nah.
that was out of love.
you know, I have not heard Helga say nerd in a while now. So,
It doesn't
Helga-
really come up.
yeah, Helga isn't bullying us or, you know, hating us for magic.
I don't know about that one. I can still sense the inherent prejudice.
Let's talk about this some other time.
Okay, yeah.
Why some other time? I think right now it seems
Norman.
like a good time.
No, we're about to break into.
All right.
Okay.
I would like you guys to know that I will not want to be associated to the group if we break into general
Yeah,
aspects.
I
I don't know,
think-
you're kind of really associated with us
Well,
already.
I am going to walk away.
Yeah, also,
And if you guys happen to come back with information regarding it, then very cool. If I hear that you were arrested, all right.
yeah, the thing is, I feel like if I were to get kind of involved in all this, that would seriously jeopardize my position as Adrian Delver.
He said checking his note. Yeah, he said reading smeared writing onto his palm.
Yeah. So,
See, the way I see it is that there's roughly a 88.723% chance that you
Where
will
did you
caught.
get that number from?
Just pulled it out my ass.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know what decimals are in this world.
Yeah, that was comma.
You don't have those either.
What, do you put the dollar sign in the middle of your money like that one country does?
No dollar signs either. They're actually used as periods. Okay, none of that was true.
No,
None of that
no,
was
this
true.
is-
Correct. We're going.
This is straight from God. This is canon.
Son of a
I'm
bitch.
cutting you saying that was not true out.
So there's roughly a high percent chance of you getting caught, whoever enters the general's quarters, because not only are we dealing with a military unit, we are dealing with a military arcana unit, meaning that they will probably have arcana means to stop.
Don't give God any ideas.
Yes, about that. And
For the record, it is an arcana unit. You haven't seen anyone using magic to this point.
We're
that
just a
don't-
bunch of people who read books.
well,
That doesn't necessarily mean they can't do it. You just haven't witnessed them using it yet.
with my knowledge of cultures of other countries, do the people of Kelsey, I think it is. Kelsey, yeah. Do they also have a deterrence to magic, or is it?
It's pretty universal.
Okay.
But the fact that it's military,
Would come from
it kind of bypasses some of that prejudice because war, you do what you gotta do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the population at large is comfortable with it.
Okay.
And also, I'm gonna say that you don't have to roll for this, you would just know this. Since they are in the middle of a small country town, it's possible that they're not using magic in order to not freak out the town's inhabitants more than they already are.
Okay.
So, or they could just not really do magic, you don't
Did
know.
General Astor look like a buff person who doesn't do magic?
He looked like a kind of buttoned down military man, definitely probably proficient in physical fighting, but you really have no way to tell.
So,
He actually had the word magic tattooed on his forehead with a red line and going through it in a red circle around it.
Right there, I can't believe you didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I have an idea. So, maybe if Jared, as whoever he is now, I forget.
Adrian.
Adrian, yes.
Adrian, of course.
Of course, yeah. So, what if Adrian, with big quotes, kind of goes up to his pal, Ramirez, and he asks, "Hey, where is General? I want to, give him my regards. You can find him. Kind of, sketch out where we're gonna be. Possibly, this is still up in the air. Stealing from. Go into his quarters, maybe. Kind of look around for anything specific."
That actually gives me an idea. Can I build off of that a little bit?
Okay.
Oh, and you guys, I'm gonna say that Romero is also staying in the inn.
We
Yeah.
did know that.
Yeah, just making sure.
So, building off that, we don't necessarily have to involve Romero. Instead, you can go to the general as an inquiry for enlisted, I guess. So, you could knock on the thing, and then if he was there, then you could actually just talk to him, kind of scope it out, and then we could come back later when he's not there.
Sure.
And that could also gauge security as well.
If he offers me a job, should I take it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. What do you
Well,
guys think?
I mean,
I like this operation so far because it seems rather low risk.
Yeah, this.
We don't lose anything trying to perform this.
That's what I like it as well.
And we could gain something. The only thing we don't really lose anything but time.
yeah, and let's
And
not do
you-
it tonight anyway.
And we could gain a lot more.
Why wouldn't we do it tonight?
Well, it's getting late. You might not be very conducive to holding a long conversation about enlistment.
Well,
What time is it?
Actually, that might work to the benefit
It's
of us.
at this point it's kind of I'd say later evening, probably around 9:30, 10. You guys standing outside? Are you in your room? Where are you?
We're in the booth. The booth.
Yes, you're in the booth.
We're in the
I think you can see researchers and military personnel start to kind of filter back and up to their rooms. As you can see there was evidently a large dinner amongst them in the town hall, which they've kind of at the moment occupied, and it looks like that's it's been packed up and the night's kind of winding down.
I'd say it might actually be beneficial to us that he might not want to hold a long conversation. He might just be like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Because you do have a pretty large resume.
Oh
As,
god.
Adrian.
Yeah, that's the issue. I don't know if he's heard of Mr. Delver. Doctor, I suppose. And seeing as I'm not him, I don't want to have him being like, oh yes, your
Cast a
trademark
wish.
spell.
Do it now.
Reverse gravity. I can't do that shit.
Well, maybe just have oregano put in a good word for you.
Oh yes, I'll ask Romanized about that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This poor man.
I know.
It's not my fault that there are about 800 words with R in it.
Oregano. Oh wait, within it? Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Please,
sure
also in this world it's spelled oregano.
the first R is silent.
Yeah.
Dear God.
It's canon now.
Yeah, sure. But anyway, so is that your plan?
Yes, I think so.
Sure.
It's my
Well, it's up
plan.
to Jared.
It's a very loose definition of what a plan is, but
Yeah, that's fine.
We have a general outline.
Pat?
Oh, general
Ah.
outline.
General
Penelope, you're such a joke.
oh, classic Penelope with her goofs and
I have
gaps.
been known for my humor.
She says deadpan.
Where? Back in Humboldt.
I'm not from Humboldt.
I know. I'm not from Humboldt either. Humboldt sucked. I didn't like it.
Humboldt's a great city. Their library has so much.
The bartender who's been standing behind the bar and just kind of like cleaning up for the evening. She's wiped down the counter, like she's
Nice.
putting stuff away. She wanders over to you guys. She's like, "You guys think you're gonna be here much longer?" Not trying to rush you out, but
This is out of character. We have a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
it's like, you guys can stay here if you want, because you guys got a room upstairs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you guys aren't gonna be needing any more drinks or anything.
No, we
no.
are.
We might as well head upstairs. I mean, don't want to inconvenience anybody.
Take your time, but we are close enough.
Alright.
And she wanders back to what she was doing.
I'd like to use my telepathy to go and say, yeah, we do have telepathy, so we can like be covert about this.
Covert? About the, yeah. I guess so.
She can be
Yeah.
covered.
Alright, well, I think this is the easy plan to implement, low risk, and if it doesn't pan out, then we can...
Well, then I die. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. No.
They kill him on sight.
Firing squad.
Oh, but also we can just stay nearby the tent and communicate telepathically, and then we
Oh,
can give you
yes.
like ideas and stuff based on what the general
Cut
says.
to Norman just clinging to the underside of the carriage like a kind of lizard.
I love it. Okay. Well, I guess, let's head out.
Alright.
Are y'all going out the front door, or who's staying, who's leaving?
I'm gonna, how about I go the front door first, and then you guys follow, like, a couple minutes
Why
after.
don't we just follow
We
you,
are,
just,
like,
stay
all part of a
outside?
group.
Yeah.
That's fair, let's go.
We're clearly part of a group.
It's fine.
Oh yes, clearly, can't you tell by our uniforms that we're all very matching?
We should start matching clothes.
Yes, we should. I agree.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a waste of money?
Style is
Currently-
never wasted money, Norman.
Currently, both Jared and Helga are wearing Pelamona branded merchandise.
That is
So they're
true.
matching a little bit.
Solidarity.
But, yeah.
Alright, how about this? You wear an oversized white t-shirt and blue plaid pajamas, and then I'll wear a white lab coat. And then we'll be matching. And reflective glasses.
How would that be
You haven't
matching? That would
taken
just be
off your
swapping
glasses
clothes.
the whole time, huh?
No, like
Or
I
haven't.
still wear my plaid pajamas
But
and
they-
everything, but then I put the lab coat on.
They have a seat.
Thus,
The
Jared
room is
also
mine,
wears
it's just
the
not
lab
here.
coat and pajamas.
Okay.
I see nothing wrong.
Maybe some other time. Let's leave.
Okay, so y'all are walking out.
Yeah.
The night air is vaguely crisp, and it's actually a really beautiful night out. You guys, for all the kind of hectic activity of the day, haven't really had a chance to please God stop and unwind. And it really is a nice place that you're in. You're kind of traveling through the more scenic country of countryside in Alamus, and it is a beautiful little town. If you had the chance to appreciate it more, but as it stands, you guys are out on the cold cobblestone right outside the bar. And just down a little ways down the road is the town square with the 3 big silver, almost Conestoga-looking wagons. Like, and when I say big, I mean like reasonably large. Like that didn't actually specify anything. But
Like 8 horses to carry them.
yeah, 6 to 8, I'll say.
32 horses.
32
You
horses
have
per
died
square
in this
foot.
era.
You have died this day. These big kind of gleaming silver wagons, 3 of them parked along the far edge of the town square. Also at the town square is the town hall, which opens onto the square, and it's got like these big kind of barn doors that are currently open, and you can see the last few researchers kind of like filing out. It looks like they just finished cleaning up everything from their big like dining hall dinner, and it looks like it's all getting shut up for the night. There are some torches like flickering. There's like street lamps almost that you can see flickering along each side of the square, and the firelight kind of glints off of the big shiny metal carriages.
Alright.
Alright, that one is the generals.
Which one?
Well, we went here earlier and scoped out which one was the generals.
Okay.
Point to the one that's the generals.
Alright, yeah. I'll say it's the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Hopefully I didn't specify that last time. We'll see.
They moved it.
Yeah, they moved it.
It's
They put the general on one of them and swiped them around real fast. You have to guess which one he's in.
Yeah, but he's actually in their sleeve the whole time.
Additionally, you can see they've hitched up a bunch of their horses pretty close to the wagons. They also appear to be winding down for the night.
Alright, well, time to get enlisting, boys! And so I'm gonna go up and
Alright, yeah, so these, like, yeah.
I'm gonna say Helga's like not like far away, but she's not like right at the door with them. Like she's like
Okay.
hanging back.
I'm with
Oh, so you're all, everybody that's not Jared, I imagine, standing in a group, kind of middle of the square, just watching.
But we are telepathically connected.
Yes.
So,
We have to
Jared-
be within 30 feet radius of me at all times.
okay, so Jared, as you approach the middlemost wagon, you can see it's like, it's got a door at the back, and there's also a couple doors on the sides. I imagine they all look about ripe for knocking, so I'm
I'm just gonna pick a door and knock.
Any
Also,
given-
does this, like, wagon from the outside, does this feel, like, overtly magical in any way?
no, it doesn't. It just looks fancy, I guess. It is the military Wakanda division, so maybe it's some kind of armor thing, but you're not sure. So as you approach, you can hear what sounds like two voices arguing.
I'm
From
not
the inside?
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock yet. I'm just gonna, like...
Press your ear to the side.
Yeah, but in less creepy terms. I'm
Yeah,
just
sure.
gonna, like, lean
Just
in.
kinda
You
listen.
shall take your ear off and press it against the door.
Push it under the slot and leave the door. But yeah, you just like hear like the like kind of hushed sound of two people arguing in there, and I guess roll perception because you are listening through metal, so you're at a bit of a disadvantage.
That's a, 21.
One of the voices is Romaro.
Alright. What are they arguing about?
You rolled real good, but it's also through solid metal. It's thin metal, but it's metal, so I don't think you can really make out specific words. But you can tell it's like, it's something.
Does, like, one of them sound more heated than the other? Or more impassioned?
Neither of them sound really angry, it more sounds like something is urgent.
Okay. I'm gonna telepathically, like, I'd be like, okay, I think if it's just Romero, then.
Oh, wait, holy shit, you can hear that?
Yeah, he didn't communicate that, I don't
Oh,
know.
Yeah.
you didn't communicate?
You have to,
Okay.
you have to actively communicate it.
Yes, I know, I haven't actually, yeah. So I'm gonna, like, go and telepathically and be like, so, I think, Romero and the general are arguing about something, and I don't really want to intrude on that right now, because I feel like that'd be some awful timing, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Yeah, I think it would actually be really good timing because you could have Romero vouch for your enlistment.
That's...
But also, if they're arguing about something that is like urgent or the general is angry, then like, you might not get the outcome you want, and the general would be angry with you intruding on it.
That's true. I don't want to make it seem like I'm eavesdropping or anything.
So as you're talking, like,
Well, we're
communicating,
not talking, yeah.
communicating telepathically with these fools, you hear like a fine kind of like sound.
Yeah.
You can't make out specific words or something like that.
Wait,
And
who
then
said
you
that?
hear
We're in the middle
you
of the script.
Romero, as far as you know, and then you hear like a clump, 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 and then the door swings open, and he like sees you right there. He's like, "Oh,
Oh,
Adrian,
sorry, hi.
what are you?"
Make it look like you were about to knock.
Sorry, I was...
And then he moves in positions. And he-
Sorry, I was just about to knock.
Yeah.
If this is a bad time, I can come back later.
No, it's. Are you looking for? And you can see the general walks over, and he's like standing in the doorway and kind of looking at you.
Yeah, sorry, I was wondering if you had, were open for enlistment. That's not my character voice, fuck.
And Romero like raises his eyebrows like, enlistment?
Well, I'm not sure if you're not. I mean, if you're not exactly.
No, that would definitely be. And then he gets cut off midway through his sentence by the general who's like, enlistment is possible, but we'll have to look over your credentials, son. And he kind of shuts Romero up.
Oh boy, get ready for some deception.
Okay, what would that entail? What would involve? Also, I think while he's talking, I'm gonna I'm looking in there.
All right.
With my eyes.
What it looks like briefly is you can see it's pretty blocked off, but it's also a decently wide doorway, so you can get a good view of most of the interior. It looks like there's a desk scattered with a lot of like papers and such. It looks like there's a couple of like almost bulletin board kind of things like you saw originally outside. There's like just a bunch of it kind of looks like a workspace. On the other side there is like a hanging cot like on the side with like it's almost like a bunk bed, but they're attached to the side. It's not like one bed.
Yeah.
And so it looks like two people are probably living in here. And just like a quarters over that ways.
I think I'm gonna
On separate beds.
I think I'm gonna kind of like communicate kind of a rough the image of what the inside of here looks like. Can you do images? Or
I don't think you. No, you
We
can't
get like
do
a
that.
cartoonish
What?
drawing of like a
What?
desk with papers on it.
Let me look at the feature real quick.
You can do a brief description, but
Yeah.
There is a desk, all the papers.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
So
it
does-
does telepathic messages.
so say what you say.
So inside there's like a desk. A desk, some paper, there's some bunk beds, got some bulletin boards, I'm gonna take it out.
And so as you're like telepathically communicating, you hear like Adrian.
Sorry.
Because you realize you just kind of like zoned out as these people were talking to you in order to
alright.
communicate what the inside of a camper looked like.
Sorry, what?
But Romero's like, he was asking about education.
Oh, education, yeah.
Probably university class of.
Oh, I attended the Star in University.
And the
With
general,
Romaro.
and the general kind of looks at you like you're maybe a little bit of a dumbass. He's like,
Oh.
no, I said like I need like a reference, like here. And he walks off. And he's like, I didn't need to know what.
I'm sorry.
He walks to the kind of desk behind him, and Romero kind of gives you an apologetic shrug. But he also kind of squints at you. But the general, you can see him like shuffling his papers around on his desk, and then he like pulls a drawer open and pulls something out and kind of holds it up, and he's like, here, this should do the trick. And he hands it to you with a pen, and it's like an application essentially. It looks like information about you that they would need to have on file should you join.
All right, I'll fill this out, and I'll come back with it tomorrow.
All right. And the general, he looks kind of tired. It's getting kind of late at night, and he doesn't look like he's about to argue with you about anything, but he looks like worn out.
Yeah.
He's like, well, thanks for coming by, even if it is pretty late.
Yeah, sorry about that. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. You have a good night.
Yeah, and then he looks at Romero and he's like, get out. And yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you see any like journals or any like lock boxes?
You do. There's like stuff like journals like lying on like around, but you can't really tell if they're journals. There's like ledgers, you'd guess.
I mean, there's some kind of book, but I'm not sure.
If there is a lockbox, it's not immediately visible, but you are kind of only getting the far side of the whole wagon, so you're probably missing quite a bit.
So I'm gonna take the application in my hand with the pen, and I'm gonna walk off to join the bros.
Okay, so yeah, he kind of it's like, get out at Romero, and Romero just rolls his eyes and gives kind of a huff and jumps down and starts walking back towards the inn.
All right,
Well, that went well.
that went. I'm gonna.
Wait, are you just kind of rushing back to your group, which was standing there?
No, I'm walking.
Okay.
Casually.
Okay, in that case, I guess you and Romero are walking in the same direction.
Ooh.
So, he's like, he realized that after a couple seconds, and he kind of like laughs, and he's like, oh, well, you're joining then.
Well, maybe. We'll see. Seemed interesting. If it...
I mean, it'll definitely be nice to see more of you, but I gotta ask, this is what you want?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
You never seemed like the settle down with it. I guess we're not settling down. Hell.
well, no.
He looks kind of confused.
Okay,
Like he's just
telepathically.
looking at you.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just I wanted to see what this would involve. I mean, you've been doing this for a while. I don't want to get a feel for what it's like.
It's, it can be good. It can be a lot.
Mm.
You always just seem more of a pure academic to me. But hey, we all change, right? And kind of slaps you on the
Yeah.
shoulder.
I suppose so. Yeah, I'll see what this involves. Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Oh, all right. Well, are you staying in the inn?
I am.
And he kind of like glances around. Are you guys immediately visible?
I assumed we were like kind of like at the edge, like next to like one of like the storefronts or something.
Yeah, chilling by the town square fountain or whatever.
Yeah,
One of
okay.
those, I've been picturing it.
So it kind of looks like you guys are doing your own thing. You're not
Yeah.
immediately
I
okay.
have a book
You're not
open,
listening in or
writing stuff
anything.
down.
All right.
I'm like sightseeing.
And he glances at the group and he's like, okay, you're sightseeing just like in the square, just like looking around.
At night.
Looking at the stars.
I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, he's looking at the stars.
Yeah.
There she is. But,
But no one knows that.
Yeah.
and you don't need to know. Okay, yeah, so he kind of glances at your group, which is a decent whiles away, and he is like, I imagine you're staying with them?
I am.
Hey, listen, what say we switch rooms? You can catch up.
Well,
Never thought I'd be staying in a room again with you, and he kind of pokes you in the shoulder. And he's like, but hey, it's like old times, just... And he kind of looks at you a little more gravely, and he says, catch up.
Somebody's gonna die tonight.
well, and I'm gonna kind of like pause for him to be like, okay, telepathically, just like, okay, so we just offer it.
Just watching you kind of zone out here.
Yeah.
Just kind of like,
He's going,
Adrian,
Just take the room.
Yeah, okay, no,
don't take the
I
room.
know, that sounds like a possible
Tell me
idea.
why.
No, it's a great idea. Do it.
I think,
Adrian, are you
I
okay?
think a great idea.
Yes, I'm fine, alright.
If you need to stay with your friends, that's alright.
Well, we might as well catch up. It has
You
been a while.
got my note, didn't you?
I did.
Wait.
I did.
Oh yeah, the reason you walked out all weirdly to get some air and then didn't do anything. That's right.
We need to talk with you at some point. And he looks a little concerned. He just kind of looks at you.
Yes, I
But
suppose
if
that-
you need to stay with your friends
No,
tonight,
no, no, no. We can do that. We can do that now. We might as well.
all right. Okay.
Let me just tell them I'll be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be upstairs. I'll be waiting.
All right.
And he walks back off towards the end.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk over to the y'all and be like,
Hello, Adrian.
"Hello." So I'm gonna be switching rooms for the night. Gonna go catch up with Romaro.
Well, if you need any help, you're free to call us, I guess.
I'm sure you'll be within earshot. Oh yes, I'll keep you updated if anything changes.
Are you able to telepathize through walls, or do you have to see the person?
No, I don't know.
We just drill a small
would-
hole so we in the wall so we can see.
Telepathically, I would have to see them.
Well, that's okay. That's fine. I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions, I suppose.
Yeah, sure.
I have a feeling we will find that Jared has messed up our whole cover at the end of this night.
I say we keep our things packed up and ready to go if we need
This
to.
does sound like a bad idea, actually. It sounds like a very bad idea, but
Well, it's too late now. We might be able to get.
commitments, actually, and you do need to stay with us.
Just don't say anything dumb.
yes, yeah, I think I might want to try to. He might know something. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
I think we could get some valuable information.
Yeah, just get ready to leave at a moment's notice.
Also, what
Okay.
did that note say?
Just, I need to talk to you alone.
You guys are. You guys can sense magicalness in other people.
Yes, I can sense it in you right now.
Shut up. But
The magic is in your heart all alone.
The magic is the friends we made along the way.
he seems like a powerful guy, like within our wheelhouse. If we need to,
Does
checks.
You can roll
Run.
Arcana checks if you want to check.
I would like to do that.
Helga can't.
18.
That's not a great roll.
No,
That's
19.
That's only a 16.
18.
I think you can all tell that you're outclassed here. Penelope, this seems like a pretty powerful guy.
That's what I would expect.
What is that in challenge rating terms?
I'm not, you don't know that.
Damn it.
That sounds illegal.
I'm going to
You're gonna
guess.
try to kill him?
I'm just saying, in case we need to run from him, how long we
fair
could
point.
last.
You're assuming he'd be chasing you.
That's
Fair.
Nuke!
I cast fuck you.
I cast small your dick.
I cast trans your gender.
Oh fuck my gender! Oh fuck my gender! Go on.
We peaked, guys.
All right.
Nobody has peaked.
We are severely outclassed in terms of magic.
I know.
So I think this
That
is
sounds like a bad idea,
I
yeah.
think this is an overall terrible idea. You'll be alone for
Jared,
roughly 7 possible hours of speaking with him.
I
I
can just
He
be like,
was like, I need to piss, and then you walk into the forest until sunrise.
yeah.
Jared,
I'd like to get some sleep, and I just collapse onto the bed and don't move. For
Jared,
7
on a
hours.
scale
Onto
of
the bed, how can you do that when you float?
Oh shit!
on a scale of
Collapse onto the
1 to
ceiling.
20, how well would you say you are? How good would you say you are at deceiving others,
Let's
or
see.
just general charisma?
If I were on a scale of 1 to 20, I'd have to say mine was about 14. So I've got a.
So that's a okay chance, I
Yeah, that's
guess.
fine.
I have some a hope that you can do this.
I have no hope.
This sounds like a bad idea, but I feel like I already committed.
I think this will work out well.
Listen, if I die, I'm leaving all of my items to you.
I don't think. Okay, honestly, the way this guy acts, I don't think that you will ever like. He will just straight up kill you. I think if
Yeah.
anything, like, he'll try and turn you in, and that'll give
I
us a chance to
sense
like.
the homoerotic tension rolling
Don't-
off the both of us.
Don't you have any like relatives or people who raised you back in your home city?
Well, my aunts, yes, but
You can just give your possessions to your aunts.
I
instead
don't
of your-
think either of them could use a femur.
Yes. Only I need a staff that is twice my height.
Yes, I
Probably
don't
more.
believe my aunts hold a jar
More.
of sentient monitor lizard meat.
Don't they?
Well then, what kind of family are they?
They were nice, but
How about
You give your worldly possessions to your aunts, and then give your magical possessions to Penelope.
how about
you can have my cool glasses if I die. If I die.
They're like twice the size of your head.
That's fine, it's a fashion statement.
You could actually just. I feel like you could probably just take off one of those lenses and just put it like over your
Psych-
A mask.
like over your whole face.
Alright.
It'd be a pretty dope look.
The way that I'm kind of reading Romero is that he already knows you are not Adrian.
That
and
might
he is
be
going
so.
to confront you about this. And you are going to mess it up very badly.
Well, I mean, the thing is, if he already knows, I don't think it's possible that I can fuck it up.
Clearly he doesn't. Clearly he just wants to find out what's going. Well, okay. One, don't know how you got that, but I haven't been really, studying him all that much. But I think it. I think if he just wants to like find stuff out, if he does actually know, like I don't think like as long as you like tell once he's clearly been like if he's been like I know you're not Adrian, shut the fuck up, right? You could like if you just like don't toy with him, I think you could get away.
Yeah, I think I just need to kind of. I'll play it by ear. I think this guy
Yeah.
can go very wrong or very good. Just be ready to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it too late to go shopping?
Yes. I guess you could run around knocking. It's like, hey, are you still here? But like, it's getting pretty late. So.
Alright. Then I'll wait till morning.
I'm gonna head over to is Ramirez still here? Romano, what's his name?
He's
Okay. Is Romero still here?
he went to the inn.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna head over to the Creven, like where we have the cart next
Yeah.
to the inn. I'm gonna put down my bag
I'm gonna take out like a few things, clear up some space, and we'll put in my Mage Slayer axe, and cinch it up so it's I guess only the butt of the axe is showing.
Okay. A dark red and a gleaming piece of metal is sticking out of the bag.
Would I be able to fit? Like this is like a backpacking bag, right? Like it's a large bag.
Oh yeah, you guys have large
So I
bags.
could fit the whole axe in here. Like this isn't like a two-handed.
Really, you just put it in the wagon. No one's gonna see it in there. Like,
No, but it was already in the wagon.
oh.
I'm
Yeah.
putting it on my person.
Yeah, what I'm.
Yeah, you can conceal most of it. Definitely.
We need to use this in.
How long is it? Because I'm
It's
just
like a big battle axe. It's like.
yeah, but it's not like two-handed. It's just like a
You know,
one-handed
that's a true
axe.
point, actually. I'm really bad at estimating these things in real life.
Like okay,
so...
okay, this size, one-handed for that.
I mean,
How would I be able to one-hand that?
You lift it with one hand.
But that's huge.
Yeah,
How about it's versatile?
Is it versatile? Our battle axe is versatile.
Well, how about this one is?
It's like this.
Wait, are you thinking like two-sided?
Yes, it's
Oh,
two-sided.
I've just been thinking like.
Oh no, it is two-sided.
Two-sided are usually like two-handed
Yeah.
axes that you like swing it.
It's not. It's big enough. It's small enough that you can lift it with one hand. I've been allowing you that.
Well, I mean,
I've-
Helga does also have the dual wielder.
I've just always been imagining this like
It's
not
pretty-
not hatchet size, but like
It's a substantial size.
a foot, like a
axe.
foot and a half long.
No, it's bigger than that. It's.
All right.
I'll give it to you that it's light and small enough that you can lift it in one hand, but it's on the like upper end of that spectrum.
Okay. So yeah, I guess a little bit of.
I'll say it like this: it's just light and small enough that you can lift it in one hand.
I'm
Use
gonna
it in one hand.
I'm gonna try and put like a flap, some sort of leather flap that's attached
I'm
to my
gonna
bag.
say, yeah, if you want
Just
to conceal it, it
yeah.
won't be a pot. It's pretty
Okay.
easy.
All right, cool. And I'm gonna bring it up to our room.
So, are y'all proceeding up here?
Yep. I'm gonna head to. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all go up, and the inn at this point, the upper hallway where all the rooms are, is pretty abuzz with people. There's folks walking back and forth, and as you can see, everybody's kind of turning in for the night and just talking with one another, as you would with coworkers that you also live with, I guess. And you guys proceed down the hall to the very end, because your room is the last door. You guys open it up. There's one bed in there. So it's not exactly ideal situations, but it seems like a reasonably sized room.
I thought we got 2 rooms.
Yeah, we did.
No,
Nope,
we
there
got
was there was only one
Oh, yeah.
available. Nice try, William.
Alright, I will take the bed, you guys can have the floor.
I mean, I'm sure 2 people. Like, is this like a twin? Is this a queen? How big is this?
It's I'll say it's a little smaller than a queen bed, but it's about there.
Yeah.
You said it's twin.
Did I? In that case, it was a twin bed. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, is it small enough where I'm like sticking off the end, or is it one of the long twins?
It's long enough that you can fit on it. Not incredibly comfortably, but you're on there.
Nice.
You and Norman can just deal that.
Actually,
Even the extended twin couldn't fit my 6'1" brother.
fucked up.
Why am I such a
Okay,
large
here's the
person?
thing. I have like a very skewed perspective on this because there's never been a bed that I can't fit in. So, you know what? No, your feet hang off the end in a kind of comedic way.
Awesome.
Imagine
Sweet.
being able to sleep on beds.
Where's Norman at?
Oh yeah, I forgot we don't need a bed for Jerry.
Well, Norman just like kind of like face plants on the ground again.
Fucked up. Alright.
I pick her up tenderly and lie her on the bed, and then get in as well.
Aw, okay.
I pull out one of my books.
So,
Jared, of course. is
are you-
just
are you walking back into the hallway?
Yes.
So you close the door behind you and walk back into the hallway, and are you just like going through and opening each door to see who's in there?
No.
Okay. What
Theoretically,
you doing?
Yeah,
Really
He never
well.
actually told us his feel.
I feel like you would have told
Just
us the
yell in
room
the
number,
hallway.
right?
Romaro, open your door.
No, that's a lot.
What you doing?
You could
Well-
wake Norman up and have Norman look at him.
Wouldn't that take an hour?
Yeah.
It would. It would.
Wow, why did it take you so long? Oh, I was just, standing in the hallway waiting for my friend to telepathically communicate to me where you were, based on the aura he gets from your mind.
No, actually it's nomadic mind, but it's not aura sight. So I just kind of figure
You're
out.
not making it much better.
Shut up, Chang.
So what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of like. Is there like a front desk? I like.
Downstairs at the bar, but it looks like they're pretty much packed up for the night.
Yeah. Alright,
Knock on doors.
like I guess so.
Okay.
I don't have another choice here.
Alright. So you're just going down the hallway, just like knocking on your door, like, hello? And generally you got somebody like opens the door and like when you ask kinda like shrugs and closes it. But you finally reach the last door on this side of the hall and you open it up and one of the researchers you saw earlier opens up and he's like, what do you want?
Oh, I was just looking for Romaro. If he's not here, then I'll.
And at the sound of his name, you see Romaro roll out of the bed, and he was kind of obscured by the dude at the door. He's like, yeah, come on in.
So then I'm gonna come on in there.
Yeah, and he kind of like the other researcher in the room kind of raises an eyebrow at him, and Romaro kind of like gives like kind of shoos him out, like get out, just stay with someone else tonight. And he closes the door behind him.
Wait, is this
As
the
the guy
room
leaves.
adjacent to our room?
No, it is at the end of it's the opposite end of the hall on the like left side.
Wait, so our room's here, their room's here?
Yes, it's a while away. And he closes the door. He's like, oh, sorry about that.
You forgot to tell me which room you were staying in.
Oh, I think you found it pretty well.
Sure.
And he kind of like looks around, opens the door real quick again to check that there's no one standing right outside in the hallway, closes the room, locks it, and he's like, Adrian, and he looks at you and you're still wearing those mirrored glasses, correct? You have them this whole time?
Yes.
And, he kind of reaches a hand out and, almost ruffles your hair, like, just like looking at it, he's like, take off your glasses. Take them off.
Alright. And I'm gonna kind of like sigh and pull them off my face.
And to expose your freaky white irises.
Cast fireball. Cast fireball.
No,
Cast fireball.
Quick!
Yes,
And your weird white hair.
Sleep, no.
And your weird white hair. And he's like, what happened?
I don't.
There's something wrong here, Adrian, and I don't want to be invasive, but there's something going on.
I've been thinking the same thing myself.
Pro play right there. Anyway, and he kind of like brings his eyebrows at you, and he's like, "Don't play dumb with me."
The thing is, if you're wondering what happened to me, I don't actually know. I've never known.
Never. Excuse me. You haven't always. And he just kind of like looks like almost incredulous, and he kind of like runs a hand through his hair, and he like laughs like, "What? Why aren't you?" Oh. And he walks over to his bed, and you can see he's got a bag there, and it's open, and he's got
Oh, just to clarify, I am standing like, if the door's here, I'm standing in front of it, so that if needed, I can hit that fat meat.
Oh dear Lord! Why would you say that? Anyway, so you did see him lock the door, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So he walks over to his bed and he's like rummaging through what you imagine his bag, and he tosses a couple books out of it and what looks to be some sort of journal. And then like he's like still rummaging, he pulls out what looks like some kind of necklace, like a locket. He's like, oh, sorry. And he unclips it, opens again. It's like a folding locket. And there's a little picture in there. He's like, come over here.
And I'm gonna kind of tentatively like step closer, put my
And
glasses back on out of
He's like,
habit.
no, take those off.
Okay, I'm gonna like tuck them onto my shirt.
And he's holding it in his hand, so you can see one of the pictures in the locket is covered. And he says, what color are your eyes?
I mean, they're white.
Don't be a piece of shit, Adrian. And he kind of looks like exasperated, like maybe you've done this dance many times before. He's like, why aren't you? What color are your eyes?
I'm not laughing in character.
Yeah, I know.
That's very good.
Pro play! Alright, I will give you that.
He
Wait,
said it
go-
really.
Go with oh yeah, well what color are your eyes?
I don't know. It's like, what color is your hair, Adrian? What is your middle name?
It's... Okay,
Angus.
I have to be real with you.
Don't.
Yeah, you got it right. I'm not who you think I am.
Oh no. And yes, was he like?
Or maybe I am exactly who you think I am. Think about it.
Maybe you're awake. Maybe you're
Cool.
asleep.
And he holds the lock in his hand. He kind of lets it drop. So now he's just holding the chain and kind of swings back and forth. And there's a picture in there of someone who looks very similar to you, a good deal younger, but they've got tousled brown hair and eyes that yes are hazel. I mean, but they do look like really similar. Right? If you had a twin, you'd guess it was your twin, but it's like it's weird. It's a kind of an uncanny resemblance. And he's like, "What is going on here?" And he's folding the locket back up and he's like dropping it in the inner pocket of his coat.
I think it was just a case of mistaken identity. I was just kind of rolling with it. I didn't want to be impolite. You understand.
It's like, he looks at that really, really worried. Like, you can tell that you've said something wrong.
Yup.
And, he kind of, like, looks you over again, and he's like, turn around.
Oh god. Oh.
Fireball.
Stop! Okay, stop. Okay, if you're... and he's kind of, like, laughing. You can tell he looks really nervous now. And, he's going back, and he's putting stuff back in his bag, and he's zipping it up, and he's like, And he opens a window, and you can tell he's, like, trying to think what his next move is, and he's like, this is going to sound bad. Never mind. And he just lets him, and he's like, and he looks really conflicted. Like he's trying to, like, decide whether or not to ask you something.
If there's anything on your mind,
Why did you lie to me?
You have to. Remember, you have to do this in the James from Pokemon.
I know, that's...
You did this to yourself.
I know.
There were so many better ways you could have gone about this.
Okay, well, thanks for your help.
I'm not there.
Shut up, metagamer.
Yeah.
Did I metagame?
To be honest, like, I don't see if I could have done this better, honestly. Like,
Also, shut up. I'm a massive dumbass. Leave me alone.
like it's a really bad situation. I don't see
It
how
is
you
a bad
could
situation.
do anything better.
Yeah.
This is going
If I
very
was
well,
playing Jared, I
guys.
wouldn't know what to do either.
Yeah. I guess I just...
What are you saying?
Yeah.
You're just standing there for like a solid minute just looking at you.
And I'm just like... I'm not really sure what I thought I'd get out of this. Nothing important. Or, well, nothing really came out of it.
What the fuck are you doing here? Who are you?
Well...
I'm James from
That would be great if you said
No.
that.
That would not... Alright.
And he's like,
Okay.
kind of laughs. Why are you doing this?
Firstly, you asked me my name. My name's Jared. It's nice to meet you as myself.
And he rolls his eyes and he's like, cut the bullshit. Why are you doing this?
I mean... We're just looking for the same things you're after. It's not...
And he's like, there's no one in this room. Tell me the truth.
We can just save you after the end. That's metagame.
No, shut up, James.
That feels like a very bad idea, but I also have no other option.
Oh yeah, no metagaming here.
Yeah.
You're in this room alone, my friend.
We all have to just deal with like whatever you do.
Yeah, get ready to leave. Yeah.
Are we? I'm sorry, I wasn't here for the where these rooms are.
Yes.
Are we?
You're
Can
at
we?
the other
Can I
end.
You
leave?
cannot. You guys' room is
Damn
your
it.
opposite ends
So
of
we
the
have
hall,
no
right?
idea what's going on.
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut back to you guys and there's like the elevator music playing and Helga's flipping through a magazine.
Wait, Norman's
Ooh, look
sleeping.
at the new battle axe coming out.
So, okay.
Penelope's reading a book.
Penelope-
Looking at pictures of battle axes and lingerie. And you're gone.
Okay,
It's
so
one of
wait.
those specialty magazines.
Just to clarify, Penelope's reading a book, Norman's sleeping. What's Helga doing?
We just clarified.
Yeah.
Literally did just say.
Penelope has her book of water magic out, and she has a frozen block of water hovering in midair
I
as
think
she's
they call
like,
that ice.
yeah. She has a block of ice in midair, and she's slowly like moving her hands and like chipping it as if chiseling away, trying to make an intricate shape.
Okay.
Helga's leaning against the wall,
Arts
looking at Helga's leaning the wall, looking at Hand Axes Monthly.
Look at this
but-
nerd reading a book.
But keeping kind of like her eyes like darting
Oh,
back and
Penelope's
forth, and just trying to keep an eye on.
Meanwhile, what's Jared
Penelope.
doing?
Jared is about to cry.
What are you doing?
Maybe that's good. Maybe if you break it down right now, he'll
No metagaming.
I mean,
This is an awful
I
situation,
mean,
and
the
I'm
thing
loving
is,
it.
it's kind of in character for Jared to just start crying, but I also feel like that's a lot.
That's a lot to just put on Romaro
I mean-
right there.
It'll be very funny.
still not
though.
his name. You can start crying if you want. I can't stop you.
Well, yeah.
So he's just kind of like, you can see he's reached into his inner pocket. He's like holding that locket real tight. You imagine, and he's like looking at you. He's like, just tell me the truth.
I'm just after the hand of God. Thought y'all might know something, but I don't think I found what I was looking for.
And that just makes him look like more frustrated. He looks like confused with the whole
I
situation.
didn't think it would kind of go this way.
And then Jared starts crying.
Yeah. And then he cried. No.
So, like, one last time, he drops the locket back into his pocket, and he just kind of walks towards you, and he grabs your shoulders, and he's just, like, looking into your eyes, he's kind of, like, searching your face or something, and he just looks, like, confused, and, like, it looks like he has no idea what to make of the situation.
What's the
I can
size
sense-
comparison
I
between the two?
I can sense this plot thread, and I'm actually genuinely feeling it. Go on.
What's this?
Wait, what? Go on with what?
No, never mind.
Yeah, no,
What's the size like comparison between the two of them?
Romero is taller.
Okay.
Oh.
By how much?
I thought he was shorter than
Oh, wait,
me
no,
for some
wait.
reason.
He's
I
like a
always-
squirt.
Oh no, fuck! He is a short little dude. I forgot. He's a small little man.
Yeah,
Jared's
Jared's
like
like 6'2".
Yeah, just like what he looks like. He's actually a pretty plain looking guy. Oh fuck yeah! I forgot Jared was tall.
Yeah.
The only
No,
ones
you
who's
guess
fucking
that
tall.
Romero's probably around 5'6", so substantially shorter in that case. I don't know if I was taller. I think I got my
He's only 4
I think
feet
I got
above
my
Norman.
NPCs mixed up.
Yeah.
You call 5'6" substantially shorter?
Then Jared.
6'2", yeah. Oh, I forgot about you. But, yeah, so he's substantially shorter than you. Kind of like a little chubby, not very much. He looks like, a little, like, as I mentioned, kind of a nervous little man. He's got
Oh, that's
like
neat.
brown hair, brown eyes. He's just kind of a plain looking guy. Just for reference.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
How hot is he on a scale of 1 to 10?
depends on what you're into.
How?
That's fair.
On
Okay,
a scale of
I'm gonna
1
ask
to
you-
Dr. Romero, what is it?
10. But,
That's not the scale.
he's better, Jared. What were you
Ooh,
asking?
why do you have to do him like that?
No, never mind.
Yeah, so you're kind of like he's like looking at you, just like trying to like discern something, but he's like, I don't. And he kind of like he like grabs your face and just kind of like looks at you. He's just like staring into your eyes. He's like, well, and he lets go,
Yeah.
like really abruptly, and he kind of like wipes his hands off on his pants, and he's like, sorry for wasting your time. And he walks to the doorknob and he unlocks it, and he's like, well, and opens the door and he's like, I guess it's been nice meeting you, Jared.
It's been good to meet you as well. I'm sorry.
And he gestures you outside. He's like, and he just kind of shakes his head.
Have a good night. And I'm just gonna leave.
He slams the door behind you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna kind of like.
As you left, you're like looking at him. His principal emotion is confusion. Like, he's like, but not confusion like, what's going on? Confusion like, why are you doing this? Kind of confusion.
And I'm gonna
So,
unfold my glasses.
put it
Put them
back.
back on.
Uh-huh. And you just go back to the room?
Yep.
Alright, so,
I'm gonna-
a dejected looking Jared opens the door.
I'm just gonna kind of like take off my shoes and
Sit at the table if you're gonna be talking.
Yeah.
You need-
and just right up to the ceiling, baby.
So, how did it go?
Yes, Adrian.
Please don't
Yeah,
change,
It's
please.
really bad.
You shake Norman awake.
And I'm like
What happened?
up against the ceiling, just like
What did you say? Did you tell him why we were here at any point?
I think now Jared's just gonna start crying.
At that moment, can I finish my ice sculpture of Jared going?
Because with his hands dejectedly covering his face. Here, you can do it. It doesn't look great, but it's pretty good.
Shine a bit of it.
A single drop rolls down its cheek as though it was a tear.
Are you like asking about intel, or are you just gonna leave him on the
I
ceiling? What are you doing?
literally just asked, and then he started crying.
Okay, fair point.
Alright, so how much danger are we in right
I
now?
think we're fine. I don't think he's gonna tell anybody, but I feel like we should probably get the fuck out of Dodge.
Aww.
I have an order for a dope cape or cloak, sorry, that I just got. I'm not about to leave that behind.
And I need to do some shopping tomorrow morning.
Alright, I'm just gonna lock myself in this room. That's fine.
I'm not paying for the inn.
I have money.
Okay.
Well, I have to hear James from Pokemon voice.
That's what this is the
This is
kind of
doing it.
natural
Yeah,
direction
this is
my
how-
voice is going in.
It's going. It's good.
It's going. It's
Yeah.
going. Okay.
Let my voice develop. It needs to progress.
Okay. Jared's character development proceeds with his
The
voice.
the further he goes from James from Pokemon, the better it is for me. Because there will be like high Astarian characters at some point. So
Yeah, I think it just kind of resolved itself into like this.
We should go to Astaria and meet the king.
Dear Lord, dear Lord God above.
I think you should keep the James from Pokemon voice just so we can see what Maddie
It's just
does
really
with that.
hard to pull off after like a week of not doing it.
No, I think it's
No,
good.
it's
I like
good, it's
it.
good.
I like it.
Anyway, so are you guys doing anything else tonight, or are you just watching as Jared softly cries on the ceiling?
So, are we on for Steely Generalini?
I mean,
Are you going to like fill out the application sheet you got?
no, no.
What credentials does he have now? That is assuming that Romaro will snitch.
Wait, will or will not?
Will.
Okay.
I
But
mean,
theoretically, it could still fill it out.
I
with
s-
I'm not
with
gonna do
Adrian's
that.
credentials.
I say since
Well, you'd have to
the,
guess what Adrian's credentials are.
Yeah,
I'd say since the gig is up, I say we just go for it.
that does sound like a very bad idea.
Well, what do you have?
I mean, that's assuming he's going to tell anybody. Also, not to mention, let's just lay low. We have some potential leads.
Yeah, but once again, we're back to the same issue where those are probably all places where, you know, like these are up for the general public. If they don't really have any like real lead on those places, why would they set it up for random people to go and look? Like, if anything, it's just for random people to go out and say they didn't find anything, just to confirm. I'd say that like any real prospects that we have are gonna be hidden.
That's right.
Alright.
Well, you are the stealthiest member of our.
You could say that, yes.
Which is bizarre,
Which
I
is
have
very,
to say.
which is very weird.
Alright,
So,
I think we should do this. You go in and try to find
Oh, that
things.
reminds me, I've been meaning to say this for a while, but it hasn't come up yet. Jared, you have disadvantage on all stealth checks while wearing your lead boots.
Oh yeah.
yeah, I figured.
Okay, go on.
So I say I refuse to be turned invisible, but I'm sure Norman is okay with it.
Yeah. I could always try to make myself more stealthy than help.
Get wrecked on. Alright, I say we send Dorman in to find stuff. I call my brother and ask him to tell on KMAD to the Nalamesian authorities and see if they have any problem with it. Maybe we can get them out of here. So
Damn!
we snitch on them. And then we leave tomorrow.
We're in the emotional booth right now. This isn't the real booth because, you know,
We're spiritually speaking, you're in
we're in the spiritual booth.
You've all asked her protected into the booth.
I can feel the seats.
Wait, when will the arcade be done?
Like 2 days?
2 days. Okay, we can leave after the arcade is done. How about that?
Yes.
Alright.
That is a pretty cool cake.
So are you guys gonna try to steal anything tonight, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
But the general is in there right now.
Well,
We should probably
Along with
I-
probably somebody
well,
else.
if it's gonna be at nighttime,
What if we wait during the day when he's...
but that's in, you know, the wide open in the town square,
But
where there
also-
are dozens of, you know, military personnel that I
But
don't
you
really want to
forget
get
the
into
fact
kerfuffle.
that at that time Norman would reflect no light.
But still, I still think it would be fairly suspicious. Plus,
Just from what you guys had seen the previous day, the characters are in use during the day.
Oh,
Like those
actually,
little,
okay,
like,
so
the
we'll
desk
have to
and
do
stuff, it's being used. It's
I'd
like
say
people
the-
come in and
I'd say the only time to do it is like as soon as possible, especially before we get put on security watch list, because hopefully, like Romaro hasn't said anything yet,
Yeah, tonight would be the
but
best
I'm-
time.
But also for staying here for 2 more days before your cape is finished, then if we get discovered from stealing it, then we have to leave immediately. Or we could wait till like the day that your cape is finished and then
And yeah, we don't have to do it right now. We have a day
But I
like
think-
interim.
but we kind of have, you know, urgency since now the gig's kind of up.
Okay. Well,
I suppose the jig is up, huh? Yeah.
I think the best thing to do here is to assess risk. If we go right now, and if I go right now and try to steal information, the risk is very high. If we wait 2 days, get your cape and leave, there's no risk at all.
No,
How
there's
is
higher
there
risk
is even
because
higher risk because
us-
now we are known to be, you know,
No.
yeah.
Uh,
Plus, once again, I can just go and, you know, kill another elk eventually. I don't see why my cape, although I do want it, is, you know, high priority.
Jared, how did
Yes?
Romero act when he found out that you were Jared? Did he like act sad? Did he act angry?
Yes. He felt, to me, he just seemed kind of confused. Not in the...
He did also seem kind of sad and angry.
He seemed kind of sad and angry and
betrayed.
confused. Yeah, betrayed, that's a good word for it.
Okay. So,
I can understand that. I mean,
so maybe we should.
I did pretend to be his college buddy for like a day.
So,
That must have sucked ass, actually.
if that's the case, then I think Helga is right. The best course of action would be for us to ignore Helga's cape, for me to try and get information without knowing what kind of magic or alarms they have, and then get the heck out.
Do you have to be proficient in lockpicking to lockpick?
You need lockpicks tools.
We don't have that. And
Does anyone have knock? This is
That's
okay.
super loud.
Yeah,
knock
it
is
is.
the loudest thing in
I forgot
existence.
about that.
That's what makes it balanced.
What if I just sneeze really loud outside of the carriage while you knock?
I think knock is knock.
Can your sneeze be heard from 300 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay. Little meta. None of you guys have the key to the carriage. You do know someone who might.
So,
Imagine if you were still Adrian Belver.
Listen!
maybe say like you can. Okay. Well, we can either go about this diplomatically, say we'll get out of this hair and leave, or we steal from someone to go and steal from someone.
You do not hear him lock the door as you left, I don't think. Did you? I forgot. I think I said you
don't-
slammed it.
Yeah, you just slammed it.
Yeah, I did not say you heard the lock, so that is an option.
But also, him not locking it could mean that he was planning to leave shortly after he got the Jared out. Alert things say the military division.
Listen, we got one night to do this. We might as well go for it.
I suppose.
So, Jared, why don't you
I'm not going to be your
would you
spokesman.
please walk over into the wait, how long does your invisibility last for?
Like an hour.
I feel like we could probably do this in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll need at least 2 days for this.
This is where in the soundtrack there's like constant ticking, you know? Where it's like,
Yeah.
all right. So
I would put that on if it weren't incredibly annoying.
yeah. So I'm ready. I'll stay by Norman's side, you know, just in case things heat up. Like I'm not gonna go into the carriage, or into the room, but I'll stay nearby.
Yeah.
In the shadows.
Should we move all of our stuff, say, into like further down the road into the forest, so like we are no longer in town? Are we planning to skip as soon as we do this? Or?
I say it would look really suspicious if we didn't just, you know, evacuate.
Yeah, this is just kind of one of those things where it's like, also, if we move it out of town, and we need to get out of Dodge, then all our stuff is in the middle of the woods.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me? It's like, it's farther away, so if we want to make a break for it, we want it within reach.
Also, I don't really think we're gonna be able to run away, you know, since our weakest link is a donkey with a carriage. So we're leaving stuff behind anyway.
Oh.
If you don't get caught, nothing's stopping you from staying for those last 2 days.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's a big if.
And that it's if
What is
he
it?
does not sneak on us.
Well, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I say we go
okay.
for it. And we'll put the key back.
Yeah. We'd better. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out my dope ass staff.
Are you coming down from the ceiling?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna flip over.
You got
like
your
a
big
map.
femur?
Yeah. Pull out my femur. I'm gonna cast invisibility on Norman.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. Hold up. I do that.
Oh my god, where did Norman go?
I'd
like to pat
I
you on the
swat the air and kill him.
Yeah, you can.
Kill her.
So you just kind of as like the stuff almost it feels like starts vibrating your hands and launches a spell, and this like white bolt of light hits you, Norman, and suddenly you are gone.
Okay. I'd like to use my nomadic mind focus and give myself proficiency with dexterity itself real quick.
Okay. It is done.